come on this match day, and we'll be watching them tomorrow, of course. But so far, bearing in mind Liverpool got us underway Friday night and beat Norwich 4-1. This is what happened today. City got 5 at West Ham without reply, 1 apiece. Bournemouth and Sheffield United. Burnley beat Southampton 3-0. No goals at Crystal Palace, where Zaha started as a sub, came on. Schneiderlin sent off 10 minutes from the end for Everton. Brighton 3-0 winners at Watford. Don't think we expected that, too many of us. And Spurs beating Villa by 3-1, as we've just seen. Always like to see a table, don't we?
Well, there's nothing happening at the bottom, that's for sure.
If I'm a Brighton fan tonight, I'm looking at that and thinking, well, can we hang on? Burnley in 4th, of course. And the rest yet to get off the mark. Tomorrow looks like this. Newcastle play Arsenal. Be interested to see what sort of crowd there is in James's Park tomorrow. Talking about boycotts, demonstrations, all kinds of things. But I suspect it'll be very nearly a full house. Leicester play Wolves. And of course, Manchester United play Chelsea. Gianfranco Zola with Andy and myself. Harry Kane and Spurs, winners then by 3-1. That'll be the first thing we start the defence of their French title tomorrow against Nimes. We've got 3 language coverage available, as you can see. Arabic on 6, English language on 11, French on 14. No Neymar in the Paris squad tomorrow. Well, Spurs toiled for some time, Jan, but eventually across the line, I said with some comfort. Would you agree?
Yeah, I would say so, although they scored the winner goal towards the end of the game. But me and Andy were talking about that. It's very difficult that you get out playing against a team like Tottenham and defending like that, so deep, but not only so deep, so passive. I think it can work for a while, but then you have to put a little bit more pressure on the ball, because otherwise when you have players like Tottenham has, they will find their way through.
So
they were very lucky on the second goal. But
I mean, just sitting and not doing a great deal more. Villa were asking for trouble.
They were sitting, they were screening, but they were not pressing the ball. You know, with these big teams, you cannot sit and screen only. You have to sit, screen, and then put pressure on the man on the ball, because they have so much quality that they will find, even if you leave a small gap, they will find it.
I think what I liked Tottenham today. I thought they were terrific today, because I think of the 3 teams I've seen so far this weekend, 3 of the top 4, Manchester City, Liverpool and Tottenham, they've had to work the hardest, in my opinion, to get a result. You know, if you look at stat, Liverpool had 15 attempts at goal against a Norwich side at home, right? Manchester City had 14 attempts against a team they beat 5, right? Spurs had 31 attempts at goal today.
Wow.
31, more than double either of their biggest opponents. But that shows you what I'm saying, Jan. That shows you how good they had to be. They were consistent. I was disappointed in Villa second half. Jan's right. They were very passive second half. It was like, we're 1-0 up, we'll try and protect us. This is a different league from the Championship. And I think Villa would have learned a lesson today, which I hope will stand them in good stead for the rest of the season. But if we talk about Tottenham, liked what I saw. They did it without Ali, Eriksen for most of the game, and Son to call upon. That's a massive bonus for them as well. So, you know, I think it took a while, and they got a bit of luck with Harry's first goal and the way it came about. But, you know, for 45 minutes, I thought it was a really good game, and Villa contributed.
I think it's a difficult call for, you know, because you cannot go to Tottenham and be naive, play high, and you know, you have to play similar to that. But when it comes, you know, to defending, and you get to a certain areas deep, like they say to do, but then there is a moment in which you have to really go and cause them problems. Otherwise, if you give them too much time, they will destroy you. They will destroy.
I mean, this is a terrific save. It just shows you the life of a goalkeeper, Richard. I mean, that's a brilliant save from Heaton. Absolutely different class. And within 10 seconds... Good finisher.
Very good finish. I thought there was somebody touched the ball, but then actually looking from behind, there wasn't that. It was a good finish from Dembélé. I was pleased with his performance, Dembélé. Yeah. I think he's a quality player.
He is a quality player.
And he will have an impact. Yeah.
That's a great save.
Mings was a rock, but did he get himself out of the way of this when perhaps he could have done more?
Richard, it comes past a couple of players, and do you know, it's a horrible height. If it's lower, he can use his knee or his boot. If it's higher, he could use his chest or his stomach. But when it's doing it sort of at your hip level, it's a really difficult place to find something quickly to put in the way. You know, he's probably, where is he? He's behind the players, he's looking, right. He's thinking, what can I put up there? He thought for a minute he'd stick his arm out, you know. He just thought for a second, I'll put my arm out. But of course he would have been off.
Difficult position of the ball. He couldn't do more.
No, couldn't do much with that.
Did Jack Grealish learn that you can't, and he has played at this level before, of course, but you can't have the time he wanted here?
I think, you know what Jack Grealish is? He's a really good footballer. And what I think might have been in his mind there is, we've been under the cosh, we need to get the football and keep it. And instead of just punting it up the pitch and it coming back again, I think what Jack thought is, I've got time. But he doesn't see Lamela come and pick his pocket there.
But you can't have time there, surely.
Well, you can have time. I mean, good players can make time, but where they get lucky is Lamela takes the shot on here. And that's where they get, first of all, he wins it back great. But watch this. Two rebounds off two Villa players, straight into the one player you don't want it to land at, Harry Kane. 12 yards from goal.
That's also the difference that they will have to learn from the championship that they were playing here last year and this year. Because you have strikers in the Premier League that not only they're good attacking, but as soon as they lose the ball, they come and press you to get it back quick. And that is exactly what happened there. Yeah. It's probably the only mistake Grealish made.
Yeah.
What about this finish?
Brilliant. I mean, it's like Gambelli's. Great finish.
I think it's better.
You think it's better?
I think this one is better. Yeah, I didn't realize how good he was until I saw it from behind. I think it was a great finish.
It's a really smooth finish, isn't it?
Yeah. And that's, once he got his first goal, you can see Harry just think, give me the ball again, I'm scoring again. That's just what he does. Yeah. You know, as his first goal there, he wouldn't have been nervous, but he would have been anxious to get his first goal. And he would have thought today, for 83 minutes, he's thinking, it's not coming.
Perfect in front of that white wall as well.
It's amazing, isn't it? It is amazing.
They have at Tottenham, 17,000, I think they say there is in there. Harry's first and second goals, Tottenham skipper, here he is.
Harry, a little bit nervy, but 3-1 in the end, that's not bad, is it?
Yeah, we made it hard. We had to keep knocking on the door. Credit to Aston Villa, they went 1-0 ahead and they made it tough for us. And but I thought straight from the second half, we come out firing and we deserved the victory in the end.
From a personal point of view, your first goals at this new stadium, aren't they?
They are, yeah. Obviously played a couple and got injured, so it's nice to start the season here and of course get on the score sheet and being able to celebrate with the fans.
You love scoring against Villa, don't you?
Well, yeah, obviously I haven't played against them for a couple of years now, but yeah, it's one of them teams. Look, they're a tough team. Every team in the Premier League is tough now, but I fancy myself against anyone. And yeah, the boys done great today from start to finish. We worked hard and we got our rewards.
And tell us more about Tanguy. He's announced himself in quite some style there. What more is there to come?
Yeah, he's a great player. He's still got a lot to learn, but you can see he's great on the ball, great playing forward, and he's got a goal in him as well. So great finish from him, and yeah, the more he'll play with us, the more he'll learn how we want to play, and his work ethic is fantastic. So we can't ask for no more.
How about the squad in general, the team in general? How do you feel it compares to 12 months ago, with looking to push harder and further this year?
Yeah, that's always the aim. Obviously, we've added a few players to strengthen the squad, and yeah, we look good. Everyone's fighting for places, a lot of competition, which you need at this high level. So we still obviously got a long way to go, but it's good to start with a win.
Congratulations, Harry. Thank you so much.
They are so few and far between top-end strikers. Is he, if not the best, how close is he to being so, Harry Kane?
I don't think there are many strikers now worldwide as good as him. We were talking about the quality of the second strike. That is what surprised me, what I like in him. He can have huge power when he kicks the ball and score from 30 yards, but also he's precise. He's not just pure power. He just also be able to place the ball so well. He reminds me also Jimmy Floyd Aston. He was a striker. He used to hit the ball so strong, smash the ball, but also he could be delicate, like Harry Kane has been today.
Yeah, not many better. if you want a leader of your team, a man who plays right at the top end, floats about, comes deep and drops off occasionally, but he plays as a front man. There are very few that do that job he does
I'm trying
well.
I'm trying to think of one.
Well, Aguero's up there.
Centre forward.
Aguero's up there.
Yeah.
Aguero has to be up there. Slightly different, but he's up there. Oh, blimey, you're struggling then.
Ronaldo.
You know, because you can't count Ronaldo. He plays wide. You can't count Messi. He plays wherever he likes. He's a different players. You're actually talking about number 9s, really,
I'm
aren't
talking
you?
about centre forwards.
Yeah, there are
A few years ago, he was Lewandowski, a similar type of player.
But
very
not now,
powerful.
maybe.
Not
we
now.
have a couple of maybe. Well, he seems to be moaning and groaning about Bayern Munich at the moment. So, you know,
Well, he's a modern day player.
We'll see, yeah.
Of course he's moaning.
He's having a moan up somewhere. No, but there are very few, Richard. You're absolutely right. Everyone would love a Harry Kane on the side. There's no doubt about that.
Just wondering what he'd be worth. I mean,
Top
priceless to Tottenham, but at
end. Top end. You know, even if
250.
What, million? No, I don't know if you get. Well, who knows these days what you're going to spend?
I think
I
it depends who is looking
buying,
for him,
yeah.
who is buying for him, and how desperate are to get him. They could spend even 300 million if they really need him.
Yeah,
because he is one of one then, isn't he, really?
There are not many around like him.
Now he's 26, so he's at the perfect age if he wants to go. If he wanted to go and try himself somewhere else. Spurs fans obviously hoping that that's not the case, and so am I. I love having him in this league. So I would like him to stay, and I hope he does. But if he did decide to go, I mean, Spurs could basically write their own cheque for Harry Kane. That's what I would say. Write it. Give him the blank one and say, fill in the numbers, Wheeler Harry.
Manchester City